So now in this mantra is telling the fruits, the results acted by such a person who has got the knowledge of this vital force, as it is very pure and never adversely affected by the vices, demonic vices. Such a person, if he meditates on this vital force as Udgita Omkara, as Udgata, first, is it not? As the performer of the Udgana. Who is performing the Udgita singing, which a part of which is Om. So what is going to attain when he self-identifies with the vital force and feels the oneness with the vital force? Evam yathashmanam akhnam ritva vidvagam sada eva ganghaiva savidvagam sada evam vidhi papam kamayate yaschainam avidhasati sayesho ashmaganaha. Evam, similarly, as it was shown the illustration, yatha ashmanam akhanam ritva vidvagam sada, as a lump of earth, a clod of earth, tried to penetrate the impenetrable rock with the intention to shatter it into pieces, got itself shattered into pieces. Similarly, evam haiva. Similarly, indeed there is no doubt in this, that a person who wishes to do anything evil, evam vidhi papam kamayate. Papam is wishes to do evil, or even thinks to do evil, as told before. When thinking also, mere thinking also, as Bhashkara has told. Against whom? Evam vidhi. Against such a person who has got the knowledge of this vital force, Mukhya Prana. And also yaschayenam abhidasati. A person who wishes to injure or harm in any way, or thinks to harm also in any way, such a knowledgeable person, what will happen to him? That person vidvansate, that person will destroy himself. Why? Because this person has got the knowledge of vital force, is ashmakana, is the impenetrable rock. That means it's just like an impenetrable rock. Evam vida pranata bhuta sidam phalam aha. We had gone up to there. Yatha ashmanam vidi. Esha eva drishtanta. You can take the same example which was told before for the demons. The same example can be taken here for a person who is going against the pranavitta, such a upasak, such a meditator. Evam haiva sa vidvansate vinashati. Indeed, surely that person is going to destroy himself. Koso, who? Ityaha. The Shruti is telling itself, Yah evam vidhi, yethokta prana vidhi, papam tad anarham kartum kamayate. Evam vidhi means yethokta prana vidhi. As told before, as prescribed in the scriptures, with the purity quality. Just not knowing the vital force, but she should know the vital force is 100% pure. No adverse effects at all in it. With such a quality of vital force, he has got the knowledge of it. For that person is unbefitting for any type of ill treatment. Atad anarram. And the person is thinking, another person is thinking to do papam, to do evil. Though that person is not fit to be attacked by any evil, even then that some other person trying to do so, wishes to do so, or thinks to do so, kartum kamayate ichchati. Wishes. Not only to do any evil against such a person, but yaschapi enam abhidhasati hinasti. He wants, some other person wants to harm him also. Whom? Pranavidam. What is meant by the abhidhasati hinasti, harming? Pratyakrosha tadanadi, abusing, assaulting, beating, and other such evil activities. You can harm physically by assaulting. You can harm mentally by abusing. So any type it will. Kaika, Vachika, Manasika. All the three. That's why I said Adi, Tadanadi, Priyungte. A person who does so or thinks to do so. Sopi, that person, what will happen? Evme vidvansate. Just like that lump of earth or a cloud of earth, this fellow is also going to get destroyed. Ityartha. This is the meaning of this mantra. Why it happens so? Yasmat, because Saesha Pranavit, that fellow has got this qualitative, which was the quality? Purity quality. He who knows the purity quality of the prana and is meditating on such a vital force, and he is actually self-identifying, feeling the oneness with the vital force, such a person, prana bhutatvat, you see, prana bhutatvat. Ashmakhad eva ashmakhado, he is just like the impenetrable rock. Adharshaniyaha, unassailable, unaffected. Now the objector stands up here and puts an objection. Nano, nasikyopi pranavaivatma. The one that is residing in the nose, which is the reason, the cause for the activity of the organ of smell, sense organ of smell. The sense organ of smell, the sense organ of seeing, the eyes or the ears or the mind, any sense organ functions due to the prana, the vital force. Without vital force, what can happen? There will be no function in any part of your body. So, even the sense organs are functioning due to the vital force. Therefore, as a cause of their functioning, vital force is there or not? Then how the demonic vices went there? Even though the vital forces are there. And this Mukhya Prana, you are telling the vital force is there, and here the demonic vices cannot afflict it. How is this? Even there vital force is there, and vital force could not do anything there, could not save those sense organs from demonic vices. Similarly, how can the vital force in the mouth can save itself from the demonic vices? This is a question. Nasikya viprana vaivatma yatha mukhya, just like as it is in the mouth, as you told, mukhya prana, the main vital force, as it is. Similarly, even the nasikya prana, the one that is a cause or the reason for the functioning of the sense organs, even that vital force is also the same vital force as it is in this mouth. Tatra nasikya prana papmana vidya prana eva san na mukhya katam. Even though even that is the vital force, but still that sense organ got afflicted with the vices, and this mukhya prana, even though it is also prana, it's a vital force, then why and how it did not get afflicted? What is the reason behind this? It's a naisha dosha. There is no such defect here. Why? Nasikya sthana karana vaigunyat vidha vayavatnapi san mukhya sthana devata balyastat na vidha iti yuktam. The reason is given. The defect has come into those sense organs. The demonic vices afflicted those sense organs, not because the vital force has not got the ability to stop them. The reason was sthana and karana vaigunyat. Because of defects in the location, sthana, and the defects in the instrumentality, the nature of instrumentality of those sense organs. Karana vaigunyat. Sthana vaigunyat and karana vaigunyat. Both are there. Both defects. The location of the vital force and the location and the same place is the sense organ. But because of that location, the vital force could not stop the demonic vices afflicting the sense organs. It's the defect in the location. And not only the location, he says, the other reason is the nature of the instrumentality of those sense organs. It's their nature. They enjoy those vices also. Just like people enjoy putting atom bombs. So they enjoy. destroy somebody and enjoy. Asuras. So that's the nature of the instrumentality. You can't do anything there. Therefore, even though the vital force was there as a basal form, in its basal form, supporting the vital organs to do their functions, but still the vital force could not help them in any way. Who is the God is there? We are speaking of vital force. Vital force is an element. It is not God, it is not Atma. How can Vaishya not come? It is the quality of the elements itself like that. Vaishya it comes only if it is a Chetana Padartha. It is not a conscious Padartha. That is the deity. We are speaking of the location. Neither the location is Chetana Padartha, nor the instrumentality is Chetana Padartha, nor the vital force is Chetana Padartha. The deities of these are Chetana Padartha. For them, it's taken later on. They were associated to that place, therefore they also got affected. It depends on the place where you are. Just like the missionary sadhus, they can never survive outside. The location is like that. They worked in such a way where they know eat like a bull, live like a bull, sleep like a bull, and die like a bull. They know that. They were outside, they can't survive at all. It's impossible. Similarly, this is a location defect, and the nature of instrumentality defect is there. Due to which those deities of those sense organs got associated with that location, with that nature of instrumentality, and not only that, they had a pride of it also, with all proudness that I am the presiding deity of this sense organ. That was the reason why they got afflicted with the vices. So sthana karna vaigunyat viddha vayavatna pissan. Even that is vital force. But mukhya, what about mukhya? That fellow is sthana devata balyastva. Not only the sthana, but also the devata. Sthana devata. The deity of that location is itself so strong. Who is the deity of location of this mouth? Agni. He has got the ability to burn everything into ashes. He burnt all the vices into ashes. He destroyed the ashes. So he has destroyed the vices. That's the capacity of the location's deity itself. Due to that deity's support in this particular location, the vital force also got the quality of destroying others. This is the reason. So sthana devata bolyastva, the strongest devata is there. Bolyaha. Yasun pratyay. Na vidya. The mukhya prana, the main vital force, was not affected by the vices. Iti yuktam. So this is the logical statement as told in the Shruti. Yatha vasyada. He is giving a good example here, you see. How can Naishkam and Nirgunya dosha come now? Just like vasyadaya, the carpenter's tools, aids, etc. Vasyam is called as in English aids, A-D-Z-E. Those tools, shikshavat purushashaya, if it is in the hands of a trained carpenter, well-trained carpenter, skilled worker, what you call as, then kari vishesham kurvanti. They will give a good output. You can see good work. The quality of output will be good. But nanya hastagataha. If it goes to an untrained person's hand, the same tools will spoil the whole thing. Because he does not know how to use the tools properly. Things are same, tools are same. Similar vital force is same. When sense organs hand, here. But there it has gone to wrong people's hand. And here it is other people's hand. It is in the hand of the Agni. This location. So it depends upon not the instrument, because even that is jada. Is it not? Even mukha is also jada. Even this is insentient. So reason is what? Behind is the deity who is the presiding deity of that location. Then he says, there also deities are there in those sense organs. So yes, I'll give answer to that also. नान्यस्तगताः तद्दत् दोषवद घ्राण सचिवत विद्धा घ्राण देवता. What happened in there also the other sense also there were deities, but they could not, as Agni, the deity, the fire deity, helped the vital force to be unafflicted by the vices in the location called the mouth. Even though the same vital force is there in the other locations also, but those deities could not help there. Why? Because doshudgrana, the location itself was with defects. And those impure sense organs, those deities got associated with those impure sense organs. Not only got associated with those sense organs, but they had a pride of it. They are proud that I am the present deity of such an impure sense organ. They had not got that viveka, there is an impure sense organ. Because of that abhimana, the dosha which was the defect which was in the sense organ came out of the deities also. This is what the Kenopanishad said. No? When they had a victory, what they said? Asmakamyo mahima. This is all our victory. It's our greatness, that our ability, that we have won. No, God won nothing. So this is what happens. The abhimana comes there when they start to work. And here what happens is not only abhimana, the possessiveness is there. This is mine. This Indra is mine. The deity is always, minus is there. I-ness and minus both are coming together here. The possessiveness causes more problem than the ego. Because just if there is ego, you hit the ego, there will be separation automatically. But possessiveness, if it is there, it will take a big problem. Because until the possessiveness is not removed, if you hit the ego also, the person will be standing and creating all the problems. And here what happens, those deities, they have got the possessiveness of those sense organs, which is creating more problem.
दोषवत घ्राण.
हाँ, दोषवत घ्राण.
घ्राण तो साथ में दोष दे दिया.
हाँ, and उसके साथ सचिवत्वात्, दोषवत घ्राण, सचिवत्वात् घ्राण देवता, विद्धा, ने संबद्ध, एसोसिएटेड. उस दोषवत घ्राण के साथ घ्राण देवता ने क्या कर दिया? संबंध कर ले, मेरा है, मैं इसका स्वामी हूं. घ्राण में इंद्रिय में दोष है ना, दोनों को सुंग रहा है ना वो. It is the defect, the quality of everything has got dosha. Any element is tamoguna. Trivanaatmak jagat, Trivanatmika maya. There is dosha everywhere. Where there is not dosha? Not only in grana. Where there is not tamoguna. It is less or more, that's a different matter. And which deity has got the ability to overcome it, the defect of that location. And that's a different thing. Those deities have not got the ability. Just like Agni, the fire god, has got the ability to remove the defect of the mouth. But those deities have not got the ability. They are enjoying whatever it is there. So it depends upon the ability of the deities also. That's why we refer to Sthana Devata Baliyastvat. And these Devatas are Durbalatvat, you have to say then, automatically. Grana Devata Durbalatvat, Mukha Devata Baliyastvat. So it depends upon the ability also. There is a story in Panchatantra. A great scholar was there. With him there was a sevak, as a disciple or whatever it is. For that the question is asked, will this person who is a sevak or a disciple also become a scholar like that person with whom he is? Because of the association? He said no. The answer is no. Why? He says, listen one single example. He says. First, listen to an illustration. Once upon a time, he starts the story. This is Panchatantra is like this only. All the whole thing. There was a donkey in a house. And that house people had got many cows also. And that cow shed and everything was there. And that cow shed was fan and all facilities were there. And there's a cow Cows were very well treated, green food and every fresh and everything nice and beautiful arrangement for them, cleanliness maintained well, the cow shed. And this donkey was kept outside in the open. And no cleanliness, nobody's carrying it, no treatment, ill treatment was there almost with it. And one day the donkey asked that mistress, so this is not right. The cow is also 24 hours inside the cow shed and enjoying all facilities. And I am a donkey. Your master takes me to the market in this scorching heat, loads everything on me, and he walks kingly and comes. I am suffering such heat, bearing all this, tolerating everything. And why such an ill treatment with me? No fan. No good green food also. Dry grass. You never clean around me. This is not right. This is totally injustice to me. So if it is injustice, you do one thing. I said, okay, I will tie you with this dog, with this cows itself. She started tying with those cows. She tied the donkey also inside the cow shed, and it's okay, everything. But she was giving dry grass only. Because if you give green grass to a donkey, it will die. It will get many types of diseases. So it's not allowed. It's the best product for it. Food is that only. But again, he started to fight with that mistress. So no, you give me green food. I said, okay, Baba, chalo, green food be it. And at last the donkey said, you milk these cows. Why you don't milk me? Then the mistress told, oh donkey, even though you met with this whole life with these cows, you can never become a cow and I can't milk you. Similarly, in the case of many disciples and sevakas, they might be with scholars, but they can never become a scholar. So, why? The reason is the ability. There is not that ability in the donkey that can give milk. Just because it is greeneries and having fan and all facilities, cleanliness, everything, it is equal living. The living style has become equal with the cow and donkey. That does not mean that the donkey can give milk. There is no ability in it. So that is why it's a patrata. Just being with a scholar, being with anybody, with a sadhu or sannyasi or great or whatever it is, it's of no use until unless you are able to have it. The ability of yourself is more important than the association. And here what's happening? Association has created a problem and there is no ability also in those Grana Devata and other Devatas. But whereas in Mukhagni, the Agni Devata, he has got the ability also to destroy the vices. That's why it told Sthana Devata Baliyastvat. And here the other Devatas are Durabala. Na Mukyaha. Therefore this. The vital force that is residing in the mouth was not afflicted by any of the vices. Yasman na vidho surer mukyaha. Tasmat. Since this vital force residing in the mouth was not afflicted by the demonic vices. So what happened? Tasmat, therefore, Naivaitera surabhina durgandhi vijanatyapahata papma hyesha tena yadashnadyatyavati tena itaran pranannavati etamu evantato avitvotkramati vyadadatyavantataiti Naivaitena surabhina durgandhi vijanati. Therefore, through this vital force, you never perceive either fragrance or the fetid. Surabhi, na durgandhi vijanati. Neither the fragrance nor the fetid is smelt through this vital force which is residing in the mouth. Vijanati you can take here because Surabhi Durgandhi can take smelt. In general you can say perceiving. Because even other organs are also there, no? In this context. Can you have got the eyes, the ears, the mind, and all the 10 is told like according to Brihadaranyaka. Therefore, Vijanati is used a general word instead of Jigrati. You could have told Na Surabhi, Na Durgandhi Jigrati. Instead of that, knowing me, the Shruti is telling Vijanati. It is not perceived. You can take the meaning. Instead of telling smelt, you can say it is not perceived through this vital force. Why? Therefore, it is apahata papma, not afflicted by sin. Because this vital force is not afflicted by sin. Apahata papma hi esha. One reason is it is apahata papma. The other reason is what? There are two reasons. One reason is it is not afflicted by sins, therefore it is not perceiving anything, neither the good nor the bad. The other reason is it is not self-nourishing, it is not Atmanbhari. All other organs are their deities. The good they take for themselves. This is what we do, Anything good happens, I did it. Anything bad happens, I don't know. Who did it, I don't know. Immediately they say, no, I don't know. Yeah, they have done it. I don't know. If good happens, if they don't know, so they have not done it, also this I did it. It is because of me only it has happened. This is called as self-nourishing. Atmam bharata. And prana is not like that. It never eats, it never drinks, it never sleeps. And whatever we are eating and drinking and sleeping and all we are doing, through this vital force only. But who is going to benefit out of it?
Others.
Not the vital force, but all the other organs in the whole body. So he is the only thing in this body, the non-self-nourisher in the body is the vital force. That is the main reason why the vices could not afflict it. The vices and virtues come to such a person who has got this duality. This for me, this is not for me. The good is for me, the bad is for you. A person who has got this duality in the mind, who has got the differentiating knowledge, who differentiates things for self and others, such a person is always under the pressure of virtues and vices. But a person who does not wish anything for himself, such a person cannot be afflicted either by the virtues or the vices. Nahi punya punye sprishata. Chandogya Upanishad tell in the last chapter. Neither the virtues nor the vices can touch such a Brahmajnani. And even a vital force Jnani also, the Prana Jnani also. That's what you want to take. Tena yadashnat yat pibati. Tena itran pranan navati. Through this vital force, whatever a person eats or drinks, through that food, itran prana avati. This vital force nourishes all the other organs only. It needs nothing for itself. That is why when the last moments come to this body, when it's going to depart from this body, etam eva antato, at the end, at the time of departure, avitva utkramati. Avitva utkramati. The person leaves the body without attaining, having not attained oneness with this prana. A person who has not meditated on this vital force and who has not self-identified with the vital force, has not experienced oneness with the vital force, such a person, when it dies, when he departs from this body, what's going to happen? Vyadadatyevang tataha. At the end, opening the mouth, vyadadati, keeping his mouth open, he departs from this body. As if it denotes, it's the sign. This is a sign that is telling us the person needs still food. He wants water. He's asking, bah. He wants water. He wants food. The demand is there. At the end, the person keeps his mouth open, which denotes that the person has not meditated in his life on the vital force. He has not experienced self-identification with the vital force or the oneness with the vital force. Therefore, even at that moment, the prana, the vital force in this body, will be demanding food and water to somehow sustain this body. Even though the time of departure has come. Even at the end. But if a person who has done this upasana, and he thinks that vital force is myself, and this vital force itself the Udgata, therefore it is itself the Om, the Udgita Vaiva, Om, the part, then he will attain immortality. Bhashya. Tasmat. Naivaitena surabhi durgandhiva vijanati. Etena means through this vital force which is residing in the mouth, the general vital force, through this, the person never, that vital force, the person never experiences, never perceives, never smells surabhi durgandhiva, either the fragrance nor the fetid. But how is experiencing? Granenaiva tudubhayam vijanati lokaha. Therefore the person perceives or experiences through both the fragrance and fetid through this sense organ only and not through the vital force. Atascha, therefore, papakari adarsanad apahata papma. Therefore, as we are not experiencing through this vital force any of the effects of the vices, any action, any function of this vital force is not an effect of the vices. Papakari adarsanat. Therefore, this vital force is called as apahata papma, a thing which is not afflicted by the vices. Now is deriving this compound. Apahato means vinashito apanita papma yasmat. Bahuvri samasa. Ayam, that thing is called as apahata papma. Vinashitaha means destroyed. Apanitaha means removed or eliminated. What? Papma, the sins, the vices. From which, yasmat, the vices have been removed or eliminated or destroyed, from which that thing, so I am. Which is that? I am, this prana, this vital force, is called as apahata papma. That is why he, as and because it is like this, therefore it is vishuddha, it is pure. Ityartha. This is the meaning of this part of the mantra. Yasmacha, the other reason is telling now. Why the other sense organs got afflicted with the vices? Yasmacha atmam bharaya kalyanadi asangavatvad granadayo. These granadaya, the deities of the sense organs of smell, etc., what are they? They are atmam bharaya. They are all self-nourishers. What they are enjoying? Kalyanadi asangavatvat. Kalyanadi asangavatvat. They are owing their attachment to the good qualities. Kalyana means good qualities. Asang is attachment. They owe attachment to the good qualities of the sense organs. Na tathatmam bhari mukhyaha. Like this main vital force is not atmambhari, is not self-nourisher. Kintari, then how he is? Sarvartaha, it serves all. Kintari, what then? How he is? Says sarvartaha, it serves all. It never thinks of serving itself, but it always thinks of serving others. Parajana hite rataha. Sadhu's Lakshana, it's told. Parajana hite rataha. Not only swajana. Swahita is never at all. Not even swajana hita, but always parajana hite rataha. Swahite rata is the worst. Swajana hite rata is better. And parajana hite rata are the best people. So this is like that prana. Katham, how he is so uchyate. How we come to know that this vital force is like this. Tena mukhyena yadashnati yatpibati lokaha. A person, lokam is any person who is eating and drinking through this vital force. Tena ashitena pitena. The second tena means ashitena pitena. The one that is eaten and drunk through those things, what is being doing? Itran pranan granadin avati palayati. Granan is not there in our Kalas book. Pranan. Itran pranan. This word should be, which is in the mantra. The meaning of the pranan means granan. You have to write there. Itran pranan granan granadin avati. In between itran and granadin, you have to write pranan. Avati means palayati. It serves all other sense organs, not only sense organs and motor organs, but the whole body is nourished by this vital force. Tena hi tesham sthitir bhavati. Because due to this vital force only, because of this quality of this vital force, all those organs of the body and the whole body is able to exist. Sthitir bhavati. The continuance of these, the sustenance of these, the continued existence of these organs are due to this vital force. Otherwise they would have died before only. From wherever, whichever part the vital force comes out, what happens? Lakhva, paralysis, gone, finished. That part will not work at all. So it is because of this vital force that any part and the whole body itself actually is surviving. Sthitir bhavati ataha sarvam bhara prano. Hence, this is so. Therefore, we have to say that this prana, this vital force, is sarvam bhara, is the nourisher of all. Ataha vishuddha. Sarvam bhara. He has given here the sutra with the khach prate. Sanjayam bhri tri vri ni dhari sahi tapi dama iti khach. Sarvam bhara iti prana sanya. टिप्पण भी है. वहां ठीक है, भरी शब्द आत्म भरी बनता है. आत्म शब्द पद में रहते हुए भ्री धातु से खच नहीं हो रहा है. जैसा रूप बनता है वैसे तो बनेंगे ना. वहां आत्म भरी है. देर इट इज आत्म भरी. देयरफॉर आत्म भरे है बहुवचन. जैसे सर्वम भर इज अदंत. It is not idant. Here it is khach pratyay. Pratyay is different. The suffix is different. When you use it as a name, then only khach pratyay takes place. When you use it as an adjective, the khach pratyay will not be there. Atmam bhari, this word is an adjective, not the name. Anybody can become Atmam bhari. But Sarvambhara is the name of prana. One of the names of prana. So that's why we're using the sutra. Sanjayam, that Khach sutra. Sanjayam, bhri, tri, vri, ni, dhari. Sahi, tapi, damaha. By this sutra, we are doing their Khach pratyay. Because it is in Sanjya. It is the name of prana. But Atmambar is not a name. It is just an adjective. It can be used for anybody and everybody. Except for prana and Atma. Khatam punar Mukyashati Pritabhyam Sthitiresham Gamyate. How we can know that all this when we eat and drink, whatever we eat and drink, is being supplied by this vital force only to the whole body and all the organs, and because of that vital force only we are sustaining, we are existing, existence continued. How we are knowing that? So the moment you die, you will know that, not before that. Or you see a person dying, then you can see what happens there. Huh? He says that is why uchyate etam u eva mukhyam pranam mukhya pranasya vrittim annapane. Etamu eva, this main vital force. What is the function of this main vital force? Intaking all the time. Eating, drinking. This is the vritti. This is the function of prana. What? मुख्य प्राण से वृत्तिम प्राणम, मुख्य प्राण का वृत्ति, द फंक्शन ऑफ दिस मुख्य प्राण, व्हाट इज इट? अन्नपाने इत्यर्थः, टू ईट एंड ड्रिंक. In the end, it will not be there. Antato means ante marana kale, at the time of departure. Avitva. You see, the word is avitva in the mantra. Avitva means having not attained this annapane, food and water. At that moment, you will not be able to take food and water. Before only it happens, the liver goes down, the prostate problem, this problem, that problem, hundreds of problems come up, and the diet is going down and down and down, and last it is only water, when that water also gone, finished. Then what you will do? You are not able to eat or drink. The prana wants, but all your organs are retired. They don't want to eat. Jagdhatrina nirindriyaha Kathopanishad. Guy killer, same with all human beings. What guy? So all prana, when the prana comes weaker and weaker, this everything happens with all.
He wants to exempt himself.
Maybe. Etam tam udar se vrittim annapani tirtha antato ante maranakale avitva alabdva, having not attained that thing, oneness with the prana. He has not attained oneness with the prana, therefore now he is not able to attain the food also. Food and drink, water also. Utkramati, leaves the body, departs from this body. Granadi prahu, Granadi prana samudaya. Who departs from this body? So Granadi prana samudaya. All the indriyas have to go from here. Apranahi na shaknoti ashitum patumba. It is very clear why they are living. Because they know the prana is going, means how can we live here without prana? It is only through prana that we were eating and drinking. Now the prana is departing from this house. And the time is over. The contract of it was so many years, whatever it was, 100 years, 50 years, whatever the age was, that contract is over. The prana is leaving this body and going. It's a rental body. It has been rented for so many years. The contract is finished, it's going. When it goes, then how can these people be there? Devoid of that vital force, how this granadi and other organs, the sense organs and motor organs work? Na shakna, they can't be here. They can never ashitum patum va shaknoti. They can never eat or they can never drink, therefore they have to run away from here. They go behind prana. Where prana goes, they will go there only. Just like a child behind the mother, running around. Tena tada utkrantihi. Tena, as a consequence, what happens? Death takes place. Tada, at that time, utkrantihi takes place, departure takes place. This is prasiddha. Who departs? Granadi kalapasya. The aggregate of all these things departs. This is well known to all. Drishyate hi utkranto pranasya ashishisha. And it is seen where the time of departure, the ashishisha, the wish, the hankering for food and water is there. I have seen one person in the Shisham Gadi. He had got serious diabetes, that fellow, shopkeeper he was. He said, Swamiji, tomorrow morning I will come because I got that drop machine, just put on drop and test the blood sugar. He said, I'll come tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. I said, okay. We spoke this at 6 o'clock in the evening. And around 7 o'clock, they started all the hello, what's happening? I went out and saw, and he's going on thing like that. He wants to drink water. And if you have to water, it comes out. It is wishing to drink. It hankers. Yeah, I want water. I want to drink. I want to eat. But if you put also, it can't go in. See the peculiarity. At the time of departure, this thing happens. So the wish is there, though you can't. Because the vital force is leaving this body. It is already removed from all the main portions. It has come out. When it comes out from the marma places, the most sophisticated place of this body, what happens? It's told, you will feel a sound, and has given the analogous for that one, just like a bullock cart going on a stony road. not on a charcoal road. Just stones are there, and that if a bullock cart moves, how it screeches, the sound comes. Just like when the prana is coming out, you feel that sound. And the whole body will start to tremor from inside. You are tremoring from inside. It is shaking. And out of that bhaya, that fear, you forget this body itself. As soon as you forget the body, the next body is seen in front of you, which you will get. A beautiful thing. You feel that one is the most beautiful in the world. And just say, I am this. Finish, you are gone. So there's a asya vidaranam. Ataha vyadadatyeva. Asya vidaranam karotyeva. Therefore the mouth is open, left open at that moment. Tadhi annalabha utkrantasa lingam. This is the sign. This indicates that at that moment, the person, at the moment of departure, utkrantasa purushasya, the man who died, wanted to eat and drink, but he could not accrue it. Alabhe lingam.